All right, we got a couple of people here. Hello, Matt. Please don't wait. Sorry. Uh, please, I didn't get my giveaway. I didn't give anything to you. Um, it was two other people. Good morning, sir. Blue collar crypto. Thank you for being here. Good morning, official Zuri. Thank you for being here as well. I appreciate it. Or Zahir. I don't know why I keep saying Zuri. I can't read names. Sorry. I apologize. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Um, and hopefully I'm saying that right by saying Zahir. Please let me know. Good morning, kick notification. Yep, people are getting kick notifications. I love it. We have 4 people that are over on Twitch. Hey Matt, Pepe2 will be listed on KuCoin soon. That's fantastic. I haven't been able to see Pepe2 or find it. Let me go live on YouTube. For some reason, monetization's off, and it's crazy how we have less viewers on YouTube than we do on Kick and Twitch and TikTok and all these other platforms. That's crazy. YouTube just doesn't send out the notifications. What am I gonna do, right? We got 3 viewers over on YouTube, is what it says. Good morning, Dale Fish. Uh, Zahir, what do you have for? Do you have MetaMask? Is it MetaMask? Is it MetaMask or is it like um what's it called? Binance. No, straight to Binance account. Okay. Because I only have ETH. Can I send you ETH? But it would be a Binance ETH, or can it be can you give me do you have an ETH wallet? I could send you ETH. For some reason I only have like $24 in BNB. Let me actually see. I think I have $23 in BNB. And we got 8 people over on Kick. I appreciate you guys for being here. We have 92 followers. If you guys are interested, if anybody's interested in following, feel free to follow away. But yeah, I appreciate all the people that are here. Anybody that's on TikTok as well. I just released a TikTok talking about XRP, and it getting to $1,000 and how they believe that's chump change. And it's interesting, right? Because um, you understand something as big as like using a global currency. Um, it just means so much more than just a standard like cryptocurrency, right? Doing what Bitcoin really promises to do, and being a better option, right? All right, now we got 39 people here on YouTube. Thank you for watching. I'm here, no worries. Well, thank you for being here. I used to get notifications, not anymore. Well, I appreciate you still being here, Nick Anderson. Um, Do you think LUNC will drop an extra 1K percent? 1K percent? Do I think it will drop an extra 1K percent? No, I mean, you wouldn't think that. If it drops 100%, that's everything. So it's not going to be able to drop that much. But will it drop? Who's the? I mean, who can tell if something is actually going? Unless you have, um, unless you're psychic, and then you also have a information on what's happening within the market or even within the economy. Honestly, uh, do you think Bone is gonna perform or outperform Shiba Inu in gains? Um, do I think Bone will outperform Shiba Inu in gains? It's a good question because Bone is at a much lower market cap. SHIB is at a much higher market cap. So if we are not seeing as much of a push for people to own SHIB and believe in SHIB, then we may not see as much of an increase as we're hoping to see. Even though we have 1.3 million holders, I would think that that holds strong. Um, I honestly will say no. The reason why I will say no is because Bone, I feel like, is all depending on what SHIB can do within Shibarium. Because honestly, I think that's the biggest project that people will purchase or swap for or do anything over on Shibarium. Will build for Shiba Inu, not for Bone, honestly. And that's the reason why. So it all depends on how much of an impact Shibarium has for Bone, or sorry, for Shiba Inu to say whether Bone is going to run. That makes sense. Bone is a gas fee, but you don't need much. If it's less than a penny, you can go 100 transactions and still only have $1 worth of Bone. You don't honestly need that much, even though it is the gas fee. Let me go over to Kick again. All right, so that's a let's see, Matt, it's the same. You can go ahead and send ETH on the same wallet address. All right. It does look like it's a ETH wallet address. Oops, I almost sent 25 ETH. That would have been bad. Crazy thing is on the ETH side, I think I'm gonna pay a heftier fee over here. Gas fee is only $2. That's not bad. All right, it should take a while to send. I know the ETH side takes a while, so it's still pending. We got 12 people over here on Kick. See, people are getting notifications, and that's why I like Kick a lot more than YouTube streaming. So if we can find a way, if you are interested in going over to Kick, I can put my link in the chat, and then everybody over on YouTube can be a part of that as well. I just want to build this up so that we have a streaming platform, and then if I have any type of major um, uh, like clips that I can use, I'll end up putting those over on the YouTube channel as well. If that's the case, I mean, I'll stream on all three here, but I feel as though Kick is just giving me so much. Like the percentage of followers to viewers is insane. So yeah, it was just sent. It's gonna take a while to get to you, but it was just sent. Thank you for being a part of the giveaway and everything. And I promised that I would send over the $25 worth of either ETH or BNB, and I did that. So um, yeah, I just want to show my appreciation for you guys being here and just showing up in places where you don't necessarily need to show up, you know? So let me go ahead and copy this. If you guys want to go over to Kick. There you go in the message. Um, let's see. Let's go down the list of YouTube. I use MEXC. That's great. Hit the like button, guys. Yes, definitely do that. Quant at $5,000 is only like 75 billion market cap. I mean, only. That's still a high market cap. Bone is the gas fee for Shibarium. Again, I read that. It is like ETH. You know, when you want to buy ETH, it's the gas fee. Yes, but the thing about Ethereum is that there are many different projects that are created and traded on the Ethereum network. For Bone, you're not going to have a ton of things that are created, especially in the beginning. You may have things that are created on Shibarium that are built on Shibarium. Um, but how much of an impact, or how much do you believe that will have an impact on Bone itself? Because there are other like layer 2 solutions that also people build on, and they just haven't built, right? People just haven't built things, and when they do, it's still not seeing as much traction. I'm not saying that Bone won't see traction, because I think Shiba Inu is big, and when you build anything on, with Shiba Inu, it gets some traction because you have 1.3 million holders. But it really all depends on how much of an impact Shiba Inu has for Shibarium. If it doesn't have an impact, you're probably not going to see too much. But either way, you'll still see some sort of an increase with it. Please predict FTT price prediction. I talked about FTT's price a while back. Let's see, FTT token. I talked about FTT a while back and talked about how it still is not a dead project. While you think that, FTX is, a dead cryptocurrency platform, which honestly, it still can make a comeback, and they've been talking about this for a while. But I talked about how you can still find opportunities in a lot of these plays. And I can't fully predict exactly where things are going, because it depends on the big news that you may have with FTX and launching, and, having, um, you know, um, some sort of, spike in popularity. You're currently seeing it up about 10% in a day, to where the market doesn't really look great, right? Down by 2.33%. And seeing the volume up by 40%, 44%. So again, it was fully diluted, and now it's at a point to where you have 93% of the supply out there, and it's at a $535 million market cap. If you look over the last, let's say, month, and understand where the market cap was, if it will update, we've seen this at a $300 million market cap, $200 million market cap. Those were the opportunities. Seeing this at a $700 million market cap and kind of on the way down, honestly, this is not, for me, when I look at it, I'm not looking at this and going, hey, this is the largest opportunity that I can find. No, it's a missed opportunity for me. So I wouldn't put any money in here, even though it still does have some potential to run, especially with a relaunch of FTX. Um, I'm, I'm just not 100% sold on like what it is. I'm trying to find the lowest point to invest into from an investor side, not just from like, or from a trader side, not from an investor side. Thank you for following. Is it Young Money? Thank you for following. I appreciate it. Crypto doesn't seem to be doing well today. It's not. It's not doing well at all. I'm sure we'll go to at least $15, if not more, depending on how Shibarium will do. So I don't think that. Seeing Bone at a level of $1 is already a $200 million market cap. At a level of $5, you would see it at a about $1 billion market cap. So you're saying that it's going to get to a $3 billion market cap because it does the same thing as Ethereum at a much, much, much smaller scale. Now, I'm not trying to say that Bone is going to be worthless. I don't think it's going to be worthless. I think you'll be able to find your gains within it. But since it does depend on so many things, and the fact that we have so little communication within that dev group, it really does worry me exactly what it's going to be overall. But I'm not going to sit here and say that your investment is horrible, or that anybody's investment is horrible. You do you. I just feel as though, one, I would try and find the right price, but I was trying to find the right price depending on how much popularity was going into the combination of Bone and Shiba Inu. However, that has diminished quite a bit. especially since the release of some information on how much Shibarium will burn, and at what level it will start to burn, and also for Bone, what the fee will end up being. Um, it looks like it's going to have a small impact to Bone and to Shiba Inu, because it's going to be less than a penny for you to um, trade, and how much you're going to be charged. If it's going to be that little of a cost, just increase the cost so that it's always covered, so that the fee never fluctuates. It always stays the same, right? If you increase the cost, let's say to $1, that's less than what you would have in a lot of other places. Or if you increase it to 25 cents, that's less than a lot of places, and you would be covered for any type of price swing that you would have, and it would always be 25 cents. The difference of that will go towards burning, or will go towards this, or will go towards that. That's what it should have been, in my opinion. But if it's going to be a penny or less, you have to have you don't have to have a lot of bone in your wallet in order to make the transaction. And then also burning Shiba Inu, you would need a hell of a lot in order to even get started with burning Shiba Inu. Um, the title of the live stream, this is good news for XRP. It is, wait, the title of the live stream, it's, no, it's, it's big XRP news. Is it good news for XRP? Honestly, I think anything, when you have any type of dilution, is it good news? Is it bad news for XRP? Let's look into this article here really quick that talks about Ripple unlocks 1 billion XRP from Escrow. Here's the impact on the price, which most likely is not really going to have an impact. 1 billion coin addition is not really going to have an impact. Ripple Labs Inc. has released a total number of 1 billion XRP coins from Escrow in a wave of 3 transactions, according to data insight from Whale Alerts. The first transaction occurred at 12 a.m. UTC with a total of 300 million XRP tokens unlocked. The second transaction featured the release of 200 million XRP, while the last transaction saw the firm unlock a total of 500 million XRP tokens from its Escrow accounts. The XRP release from Escrow is a strategic business move designed to help cushion the liquidity of the cryptocurrency in circulation. The locking of XRP in Escrow accounts dates back to 2017, with a defined approach to release the token gradually every month in a bid to prevent devaluing the digital currency. In line with the strategy, a total of 1 billion tokens were designed to be released every month over 55-month period. Based on the projected timeline, the last trend released by December 2023. The deepest ties between Ripple Labs and XRP coin remain a major basis of sorry, I can't read, of contention in the company's lawsuit with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. Escrow impact on XRP's price. The recent Escrow release appears to be taking a minimal toll on the price of XRP. At the time of writing, the digital currency is changing hands at a price of 48 cents, down by 0.12% over the past 24 hours. This price slip comes at a time when many top digital currencies are experiencing a broad price recovery across the board. With current outlook, XRP may ride on the ongoing bullish momentum in the market and reverse its course in the near term. While many may see XRP release as a problem, it can actually serve as an avenue to stack up more of an asset in the near term. So that's true. I mean, I just wanted to release the information that this is out here. I always look at it as a positive whenever you see XRP whenever you see any position that adds any type of coins out there, that removes some from Escrow, removes some from staking or whatever, I look at it as sort of a positive, right? If I'm in it, then yes, you can say, hey, it's a negative because it may be affecting your price there. Um, but essentially, when it's moving this much, it's not really something that affects the price in a huge way, a major way, right? Now when they add like when positions add 99% of the supply, that's a whole different story. That you'll see that completely dilute. Something like Jasmine Coin, to where you have 5% of the supply, it's at like $4 or something like that, $3, $1, whatever, and then they increase all of the supply basically, and you have 96, 97% of the supply that's out there. Well, that's good for the people that are about to get in, not good for the people that are already in it, because you bought at $1, it diluted your position. You still hold the amount that you hold, but it's at a lot less of a value. Um, but in this case, it's not really that. It gives you more of an ability for a steal price, I guess, if that's what you want to say. So, um, it's essentially pretty big news for XRP. Accumulating FTT. I'm dollar cost averaging FTT and LUNC before a major bull run. Love it. If you believe in FTT that much, that's fantastic. Real pen, pencil. That's the way to go. And now add some more safe moon. I feel like there's a way more flushed out layer 2 option for ETH. Loop ring, Polygon, uh, Optimism, and Polkadot. Yeah, I agree as well. I feel like there's a lot of options that are out there that already have the ability to build, right? And I understand that it doesn't have the popularity that Shiba Inu has, but you got to understand that Shibarium is not a Shiba Inu project, right? It's there to support Shiba Inu in some form or fashion, but it's the ecosystem devs and what they've built. It is a Bone project. So Bone should have an impact, but it is just a Bone project. It's not a Shiba Inu project. Again, it's there to support it, just like everything else in the ecosystem devs. Um, you know, I guess I don't know what list of what they had to do, right? To do list. Um, really said it was supposed to support Shiba Inu, but it really didn't. So got I got a call, but I'll deny that call. FTT, this guy will lose everything. You can't say that FTT, you will lose everything. I know people that have already made money in FTT. If you look at FTT token that's on the screen right now, it's currently up over the last month 70%. If you were able to purchase at a level of $270 million market cap, you see it up 200 or sorry 70%, and even up to a level where it got up to um, $780 million market cap. Just because something like an exchange is gone or the underlying business is gone doesn't mean that the overall cryptocurrency will collapse. Cryptocurrency is forever. So yeah, I talked about this in the previous video, talking about how cryptocurrencies are never dead. They're still alive. You received it? Thank you. Yeah, no problem. Anytime. Well, not anytime, but I appreciate you supporting the channel, or multiple channels. We got 14 people over on Kick, and we just gained another follower. Thank you for following Project NFT TV. Thank you for following. I appreciate it. I want like a notification. I would like to have like a notification when people follow, so that I know that they're following, and I can say thank you. I haven't had a YouTube notification, hence why I'm here on Kick. Well, thank you, and I hope that everybody gets notifications from here on out, as they become followers and subscribers and all of those other things, right? Um, yeah, I think what's crazy is I think a sub means a lot more over here Well, it does mean a lot more because one, it's a paid situation. So a sub means a lot more on Kick than it does on YouTube. Just because you're able to get a lot more. Definitely get notifications, right? You don't have to just sub and hit notifications and then not get notified, which is ridiculous. Very welcome, Matt. The guy is hey guys from the warm welcome. I'm excited to learn a lot from y'all. Oh, thanks. All right. Wait, their Twitter account was suspended, just like how Pepe One was suspended when it got popular. Interested or interesting, and I'm very interested. Uh, denied. Oh, Richie, thank you for the $20 super chat here. I think it is taking so long for the judge to make a decision on XRP. It is a lot of pressure from the government on how she took oath. Um, that's one seat I would not want to be in. That's very true. Hey, Daisy, stop it. No, she's too much. I think you're absolutely right. I was just looking at an article recently, or actually right now, about the judge allowing for there to be a class action lawsuit against Ripple, I guess. Is that something that, and the way that I'm looking at it when I see something like this is, and you have to kind of speculate a little bit because it's not really breaking down exactly why that's being done. It's to open it up just in case people did have an issue with Ripple. I don't think anybody had any type of issue with Ripple, besides the fact of them being pulled off of Coinbase. Everything else hasn't really been an issue with Ripple itself or wanting to sue Ripple for anything that they did. Um, it's mainly around, the SEC and what they're doing. If the SEC didn't do what they've done, um, you're not seeing any type of negativity on Ripple or XRP's side. So I don't understand this at all. But I guess it's maybe just to say, hey, if anybody wants to speak up as to the negative impact for Ripple so that we can have some sort of a case on this side, then please speak up because or else we won't have any type of case. That's what I'm thinking it is. But yeah, I'm seeing some information here that's kind of like I don't think anybody's gonna really fall for that. I don't think anybody's gonna really go for it. Um, Maybe some people that are probably like, oh, well, you know what? Maybe I can make some money from this if I join this class action lawsuit. Elmo coin is a joke. I can't believe I listened to you. Interesting you would say that. So I don't think Elmo coin is a joke at all. I haven't checked the price today, but I don't think Elmo coin is a joke at all. I was just talking to them about it. It is down 17%. Don't get me wrong. It is down 17%. You may look at it as not an opportunity at all, right? But the thing that you would need to understand is one, there was like an airdrop that happened with it. So when you have an airdrop with a coin, a lot of times what people do is take the value of the coin, accept the value of the coin, and they may end up selling the position. Now, I'm not sure if that's what did happen, but that's usually what happens. Now, when you sell it, you also have burning that's associated with it. Now, overall, you have burning within exchanges and multiple connections to exchanges. No way am I saying that I am a part of like the creation process for this cryptocurrency, but I do understand the concept and believe in the concept there. I am having conversations with them, talking about, um, you know, Elmo and the future of burning and what they're doing with different funds and stuff like that. And it's tough to actually have that conversation because they're in a different time zone. So when it's like later in the day, they're not really having that conversation. But early in the morning at like 4 a.m., I'm, able to talk to them, but I am not awake at 4 a.m. So it's a little bit tough there. So I want to be able to have those conversations to see like if you can make it a little bit more transparent on some of the burns and when that's going to happen, how much money you're receiving from Bitmart, all those different types of things. But it's actually only down by 5% at this point, right below a penny. But you are seeing, volume that's a little bit lower, seeing it at 554,000. As you see more bullish markets and more ability to buy on other markets, I mean, it ends up becoming a lot bigger than what you're seeing here. So um, you can have an opinion and you can say, hey, you never want to listen to me. This is where, if you feel like it was a mistake, you learn from that mistake. I'm not going to say that this will change your life, but I do believe Elmo ERC, in the concept that they have and the steps that they have taken, um, really do put them at a whole nother level when it comes to hyper deflationary cryptocurrencies. And I believe in that concept. So, and if it's just me, then it's just me. But I do believe in that concept. So, um, I apologize that you listened to me. You should have done maybe a little bit more of your own research. As I've said in the past, you know, I put out information, and when I put out this information, only 10% of it should be received and used towards purchasing your position. 9%, or sorry, 90% should be all of your decision to do your own research into it, to understand exactly what you're investing into, because ultimately I'm not pulling the trigger for you. You're pulling the trigger. You're the one that's buying the position. And I want you to make the right decision. I want you to do a little bit more research. So I'll show you the things that I'm looking at. You look into it more in depth. I'll tell you what needs to be looked at a little bit more. I'll tell you if I have any other information that I need to go to them about. And if that's the case, that doesn't mean that you go out and just purchase it because I talked about it. Like, that's like, if someone says, "Oh, uh this bridge looks amazing. I'm going to go ahead and jump off of it." You wouldn't follow them. Like, you don't know what's going to happen. So, I don't know. I'm not going to tell you that I don't feel bad for you, because I obviously do. I don't want you guys to make a decision based off of what I'm showing you. I want you to make a decision based off of what you look into, what you're researching. There's a lot of people here that invest in things that I don't invest into. Richie's Plain Talk bought Bone at 50 cents. He was able to profit off of that. I talked about how Bone does have an ability to run and everything. He bought Bone at that level. He bought Lunatics token and was able to make money off of Lunatics token. He was able to make money off of a lot of other plays. So the point is that they buy positions based off of their own research. And it's something where you shouldn't blame other people. I tell Harper this all the time. You don't blame other people for your actions. It was just yesterday where she was opening her applesauce aggressively, like really aggressively, trying to open it and get it open. Um, and I was like, I knew she was gonna drop it. I just let her go as she was doing it. She dropped it. She got upset and she was like, "I really wanted that applesauce." It's like, you should learn from these situations. Those are the type of things where you can prevent that from happening. Put it more on the table. Open it less aggressively. Don't try and take everything off if you feel like you can't do it. Um, and she didn't learn from it. Well, she still didn't learn from it because um, her grandparent gave her or got her another applesauce. I wouldn't have done that. Not until later or after she eats her food and understands that things have consequences, but definitely not right away. So, anyways, I'll apply that situation the same way I do here. Yeah, see, there we go. 1,000 new Elmo holders, which I didn't understand yesterday, even though it was right on the other side of where I was looking. So you have 1,000 new Elmo holders that were airdropped, Elmo ERC, but without actually purchasing it. So that's why you have 3,600, but maybe you have less. See, you have less holders because some of those holders were selling the position. Uh, didn't the judge at XRP case get told? she needs to make a decision by the group that's over judges. I'm not sure what the group is called. I'm not sure. I should have sold this Pepe when my bag got to $25, but I need it to wait. I need it to reach. You're saying reach $46 so I can get all my ETH I spent back. I hear you. I'm hopeful there will be more buy volume that comes into it. People will blame their bad financial decisions on someone else. Clowns. I mean, you shouldn't do that. What do you think of a Gen coin? Is it a scam or legit? Gen coin. So we're seeing it down about 7%. It's at $7.40 per coin, $155 million market cap, which is not it's self-reported. So self-reported circulating supply, you have 21 million coins. Max supply, you're looking at 21 million coins as well, a little bit higher on the circulating supply. Doesn't really make sense. You're seeing about $8,000 in volume. That doesn't line up with me, right? The volume to market cap ratio is 0.01%. That does not line up for me at all. Why would it be worth 155 million? I can't even check history. I wish I could check history to see where it's available. It's only available on LBank, and you're seeing $8,369 worth. Yeah, that's not something that I would look at as a legit play. It'd be worth 155 million, right? Which is up there on the list when it comes to cryptocurrencies, and only be on one exchange. And then you go into the contract and you're looking at 3,966 addresses, and you're looking at $155 million market cap. Yeah, no, that doesn't look great at all. Let's look at the history of this. So this is somehow skyrocketed from 0.00008 all the way up to a level of $21, and then has decreased down to $7.40. So honestly, this is amazing that it got up to that point of $18 or so. If you were able to make money from it, freaking fantastic. But I wouldn't invest into this because it shows for me nothing but decreasing here. I wouldn't say that it's necessarily a scam, but it doesn't make sense why it increased. And if you are buying at these levels, you can expect to see it continue to decrease. So I wouldn't invest into it. And if you want to do a little bit more research into it, but a lot of things just aren't lining up with this. What do you think about XRP and what's your price prediction? So my price prediction keeps changing, right? I'm looking for a short-term price prediction for XRP in the level of like $2, where I can take 500 XRP and capture my initial investment. The rest of it will live on to see, $10, $20, $50, $100, $1,000, $21,000. Like I'm looking for way higher prices, and I'm looking for that the overall concept, the overall idea of what XRP will be to happen. But I also want to protect myself in the case of that not happening, right? In the case of you not being able to hit multiple trillions of dollars worth of a market cap, which I still get stuck on, even though people tell me I shouldn't be stuck on that. I think that XRP will hit way higher prices, but again, I always want to protect my initial investment in every situation. So yeah, let's just say short term, I'm definitely looking for that $2 mark that we've seen in the past, but it was at a lower buy. They call themselves Elmofos. Yeah, Elmofos. Okay, we got 110 people here. If you haven't had a chance to hit the like button, please do so. Also, if you want to check out my Kick, follow me on Kick. Feel free to follow me on Kick. My hands are freezing. I always have my hands like under my thigh because it's so cold down here. I might have to go check on Harper to see if she's up there, first of all, and if she needs breakfast, if Erica fed her breakfast for a second. So give me 1 minute to go check on her and see what's up. Everything is pretty much down. Yeah, it is pretty much down. Again, if you guys want to go follow me on Kick, definitely follow me. We're almost at 100 followers. We're at 93 followers right now. We need 7 more followers in order to get to 100 followers. So give me a second. I'll be right back to check to see if she needs some breakfast. If she does, I'll make her breakfast, but I'll come right back down here. So give me a second. I used to watch you when I used to watch you when I was investing in Luna Classic. Are you still invested? Yes. I still have my Terra Luna Classic. Which if I go to the staked amount, I have about $4,796 that's delegated towards different places. Actually, I think Lunatic's token is gonna take away. I don't know if I have it staked with them at all. I don't. I have it with Patty, Ryan. Okay. Yeah, I know. I think Lunatic's token is going to be taking away their validator soon. Um, but I have $4,796 that's staked with them, and then I also have staking rewards as well, and I have 5 million that's over in KuCoin. Incoming dump. Don't know why. Hi Matt. How you doing, Honda? Thank you for being here. Thank you for the super chat as well. I appreciate that. But yeah, right now we're already seeing a little bit of a dump for everything. The crypto market is down by 2.2%. So yeah, I guess she must have wanted breakfast. Um, she already has breakfast, but she actually complained because she was like the waffle is black when it was like brown. You know, when you cook a waffle, it's brown. And she was like, "Oh, it's black and it tastes different and everything." And I was like, "You better eat that waffle." So she's up there eating the waffle. I just hope that she doesn't lie to me and like try and throw away the waffle because I will find it and she's gonna be in trouble if that's the case. Um, take your profit. I remember you said you spent like $40. Yeah, I already took my profit. Yeah, I spent $43. I came out with $4,800 worth of profit already, and that's realized. Currently, again, I have about 4,000, about that much, 4,800. That's delegated currently. That's kind of weird that I took that much profit, and currently, while I'm talking about it, I now have 4,800 in delegations. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I already took my profit. And now I'm just, kind of waiting on Terra Luna Classics to do something much bigger. It was up to a value, and maybe I should have taken, $30,000 worth of profit then, seeing those highs that it was at. I wouldn't have predicted that everything that happened would have happened. I understood that inflation was still a thing, but inflation was decreasing when this all really took place. Um, and maybe I should have taken my profit when it was at 0.0006, um, 0.000 like 65 or something. It was like $30,000 worth of profit, which could have been $300,000 worth of profit. But um, that's the bank's fault. What's your price prediction for 2024, 2025, Lunik? Do you think um, we can have a massive bull run? So yes, I think in between 2024 and 2025, that's when a lot of people expect it, because you have the Bitcoin halving that's happening, and what's expected is you're going to see somewhere in between like the 3 month mark out, maybe even 6 months. As you get closer to the end of the year, you may see the impact of the bull market start to happen, right? The anticipation of that happening. And I think once you get to maybe holidays, like the holiday months, um, you're going to start to see that impact of crypto. And I hope that people are able to hold on for that long. And I hope that we start to see an impact well before that. Um, because I want to see the impact on the YouTube side, because my revenue has been going down a drastic amount. Like, I mean, a crazy amount. And it seems like I'm producing the same, like some of this same amount of videos and everything. It's getting some of the same amount of views, but the problem is that advertisers are not willing to pay right now because of the fact that you're not seeing the interest in the crypto market, the interest in the stock market. So I probably need to create more videos on the NFA channel, just to kind of support that. But yeah, it's my YouTube revenue has been down a significant amount. So I'm waiting for this to take off, not only for me to see gains within the crypto market and the stock market and everything. I want to see an increase in some of the RPMs that's being paid out in YouTube, as it hurts. Richie's Plain Talk, thank you for the $20 super chat. Just as I say that, you're helping out with the YouTube revenue that I can bring in. Matt brings us coins and gives us his take on them. He is smart, but not perfect. But after I go behind him and check out a coin, I make my own mind up to buy or pass. 100% the right way to think about that. You should always go about making that decision based on what you see, because you're the one that's ultimately taking the money to invest into there, right? I know people will come to me and say, I have $1,000. What should I invest into? And I'm like, all right, well, this is what I would invest into. But then I also say, you need to make sure that it fits your strategy, because everybody has their own strategy. If I decide to buy something, I may sell way before you sell, or I may sell later than you sell. And if I'm thinking a certain way, you have to make sure that you're buying it, and you're going to understand what your overall profit taking strategy is, when you're going to decide to even start doing that, and just all the above, just so many different things, right? I can't predict how you think. I can only tell you how I think. So thank you, Richie, for saying that. Thank you for that super chat as well. It's a good way to display that to everybody so that they know, hey, just if you're pulling the trigger yourself, make sure you take accountability, um, for what you're doing. What the heck happened to Lunatics token? Now, I don't know exactly what happened to it, um, but I think things are starting to kind of fall apart for Lunatics token. It's down by 16%. You're seeing it at $110,000 market cap. What happened? Did this cat just do something? I don't know what this cat did. It's down to $110,000 market cap with $20,000 worth of volume. Now I still hold my Lunatics token. It's not because I believe that it's going to run. I sort of cut ties with them, even though they didn't take me off the website. I cut ties with them um, because honestly, I've been giving suggestions for a year at this point in what should be done and what I believe should happen, and it's been shot down every single time. Um, to where I shouldn't make decisions, and I'm not a dev. I'm not a person that created anything or launched anything, made any decisions at all. And I understand that you don't want somebody that's from the outside looking in to make any decisions, but I understand popularity. I understand where the volume will come from. And I've been stating that you need exchanges. Screw all of this other stuff that needs to be done on the DEX side. To establish it and say that that's within the roadmap is great. But to establish that so early in the roadmap is not the right thing to do, because you're spending all of this money on a place to where there's no money. You need to spend money to launch on exchanges so that you can have more money for later, right? If you can get the tax situation handled and you have a certain amount that goes towards the project to where you can now spend that money towards these DEX, items that you want to create, it would be great. But that's not what they did. They shot down everything, and it took until really recently to see that every single thing that I said, they said no to, and just said, well, this is not what the plan is. This is not what we're gonna do. And I just decided to kind of go with it because um, I want to see Lunatics Token succeed, and I don't want to sit here and be like, oh well, I hate what they're doing and tell everybody that I hate what they're doing, even though I kind of did that. Uh, um, but yeah, it absolutely sucks because it shows how much potential this actually had. Now, I've made, before I even became or wanted to become a part of what Lunatics Token was doing, and the concept behind it, um, I made money from the initial pre-sale as I was investing into it, and a lot of other people did as well. But putting or getting something from them and staking whatever they gave me and all of this other stuff, even though it was up to a value of like, I think like $8,000 at one point, $10,000 at one point, and now I'm not getting anything from it, because I'm not selling my Lunatics token. I'm not doing anything with it. Eventually, I'll clear it out, but I don't even know. It'll probably be worth like $10 at that point. Um, so I don't know if they're giving up on liquidity, or apparently Lunati, the liquidity will be unlocked July 22nd. Get out before it's too late. So there you go. And it sucks because I hate, when something has so much potential, but then, a team just destroys it because they want to go a certain route that they feel like will work. I mean, everybody makes these mistakes, but I will never trust any of those people that are a part of that again, that were in the beginning stages of something like that. Um, I won't, right? I won't trust any of them again because, um, I feel like I lose out on time, um, on the ability to talk about something else, um, to put my energy towards that position when I could put my energy towards so many other things, so many more positive things that are out there. And honestly, I think um, they had potential, but again, they squandered it, right? And just on the other side, and I know I don't want to compare these at all, but I think Elmo has a lot of potential. Elmo ERC has a ton of potential, and I want to make sure that I get my voice heard, and I think they're doing everything that I wanted a lot of projects to do and launching on different exchanges and getting the taxes implemented there. So that's what I'm excited about. And I just hope they make the right decision going forward. Like, I'm not a dev. I'm not a person that understands the things behind the scenes and how things fully function there, as you're creating and all that stuff. But um, I understand popularity. That's what I do. So I don't know what's happening to it, but it doesn't look like things will be that are looking good with this project here. It's because I bought YouTube Premium and no longer see ads. My bad, man. No, I don't think that's it. YouTube Premium still pays uh, a good amount as long as people get here. I think with live streaming, it's definitely been the amount of views. We haven't seen 200, 300 people that were typically here. And then at the larger days, it was like 1,000 or 2,000 people. But we haven't seen that at all. We haven't seen that since, I would say, Terra Luna Classic first started to really run. I would argue the person coming to you and simply asking where to put $1,000 doesn't really have a strategy. Probably. You're probably right. I was about to say, I was about to say that they said goodbye when my computer shut down. Matt, why would you stake with KuCoin when they lied to us about burns? I'm not 100% sure. I think I just split it and I think I held it there for a long time. But yeah, so I don't necessarily think that, I think they did miscommunicate it on purpose, right? But I think they actually wanted to do it. KuCoin wanted to do it, but KuCoin, if they decided to do it without Binance doing it, then it creates an impact to where KuCoin is diluting their position. I feel as though all exchanges really want to do it, but they want to understand why they should do it. They want an explanation from the community. And it wasn't about, I honestly don't think it was about lying to us about that situation. I think it was more about just trying to understand where we're coming from. If we're going to do this on the off-chain side, we want to make sure that all exchanges are doing this as well. And also, what will be the benefit for each individual exchange? We never provided that. So that's honestly us. We tried to boycott and tried to pressure all of these different exchanges into doing this and saying, hey, we're not going to go on your exchange because you're not doing this. When in reality, we should have been more on the nicer side saying, hey, we need your help with this. And this is what you would end up gaining from it, because they have a business to run. And if their business is going to be in jeopardy or they're going to lose some money from their bottom line, it doesn't make sense to kind of pressure them into making a decision that they may end up losing a lot from. But I understand where you're coming from. They didn't really tell the truth and they didn't really tell us the full story. They made it seem like they would fully implement the 1.2% burn, but they didn't. They did implement it on the off-chain, or sorry, on the on-chain side, but the off-chain side was something that was not communicated with us, right? Now, influencers should double check before promoting such projects. I actually saw Believes in a meeting with Terranium before they rugged. Who's Believes? Rip the 2K invested over time. I mean, I was watching it live, and I was thinking that, what is Believes doing? They rugged. Who's Believes? Am I missing something? As Believes also his last live show, he must have read what I wrote, but he didn't reply to it. They've said they're trying to make it a community-driven token instead of just one main team behind it, but they still need main people to take the reins. I mean, honestly, they don't, but they do, right? If they set the tax how it is and just let it run, let it ride, let it be what it's going to be, then yeah, it could be something of a community-driven token. But at this point, who's really going to look at it as a community-driven token? And see future success within a position that's had a year on its belt and had a team behind it that kind of took everything out and didn't believe in the position. Now the position will always be there. It'll probably be worth a lot less, but we'll see. Like I said, I'm gonna have that in my wallet there, and if they rug things, they rug things. I would hope they keep everything stable with the 10% tax. They didn't need to launch on ETH. And I said this to them. I said, hey, you don't need to launch on ETH. That's not where the priority should be. And everybody that I talked to was like, this is where we're going. This is the reason why we're going here. You know, we need this. We need this to happen because we're going to see more people on the ETH side because of it. And we'll see people on the Binance side and people that only trade on the ETH side. And I'm like, all right, man, I don't see it. What I see is the fact that you need to launch on a place like MEXC, or launch on a place like Bitmart, or launch on a place like Coinbase or KuCoin, or whatever. You need to launch on these platforms. If you don't, you're not going where the money is. So that was my spiel. That was my push to them, and they basically said no. So what am I gonna do? I think LUNC Penny Dream is gone, unfortunately. I don't think that. This is why I put most of my crypto money into BTC, to be honest. Just not a big fan of centrally controlled cryptos. True, very, very true. I knew, I just knew about XRP. Uh, where can I get the coin? Um, so you can get it on Uphold and also KuCoin at the moment, right? I just noticed that CoinMarketCap added a fear and greed index. Good deal. Yeah, I did see that. I did. As soon as I saw that, I thought of the fear and greed index for Twitter or something like that. Does that make that irrelevant? Probably not. Um, will LUNC ever reach 1 cent, please, or no roadmap for LUNC at all? So I think yes, right? But also I'm looking at that as a price to where it will have a firm resistance point. So somewhere close to there, I think you definitely want to find a place to where profit can be taken a little bit, and you can be happy with that profit. Which if you burn 1 0, you're looking at a $5.8 billion market cap. If you burn another zero, it's a $58 billion market cap. That's not unbelievable. I believe there's another influencer who covers a lot of the coins you cover, like LUNC. I'm sure other people like me are watching him too, and people are listening to influencers. Yeah, I feel like you don't need to listen to us. I don't know if I would call me an influencer. I hate influencing anything. I don't want to influence your price. I don't want to influence your decision. I don't want to influence anything really. What I want to do is just teach you about the things that I'm looking at, and then you may go into certain situations and you start to look at those things when you're making your decision. You know, when they always change these terms a lot, where they're like YouTuber, creator, influencer, um, blogger, all of these things that you have for a content creator, right? Um, just to kind of set yourself apart from the next person and the next person. Um, yeah, it just sucks. Some people fail to realize that you're giving your opinion about an investment. It's up to them. Absolutely, 100%, 100%. Uh, hey, any update on Elmo Burn and why they don't post anything? And they said they will upgrade the website and it will include the live burn. They said on AMA. So yeah, I don't know about that last part, but I did get a little bit of an update on the burns. They talked about how they only have, like, they don't have any like manual burns from what I understand. They do have the automatic burns that happen, but then my question really to them was about the how much they receive from Bitmart, and they said they do receive something from Bitmart weekly, but I didn't get an understanding on, like, are they announcing those burns or doing those burns, or what are they doing with it? I haven't had any type of information. But again, I've been trying to reach out to them on like off hours. So I haven't been able to get, like, I would get a response later in the day or early in the morning, and then I would respond to them during the day. So it's kind of like you trying to leave a message for somebody, um, let's say you live in you live in America and you're trying to get a message to somebody in China or something, it may be 24 hours before you end up getting a return on that message or something, or 12 hours before you get a return on that message. I remember we used to do that in the manufacturing company that we worked for. We would reach out to somebody and they wouldn't be able to respond for another 12 hours at least. And they said they will upgrade. Oh, I read that. So not really a crazy update. I want to be able to get on a call with them, with somebody, hopefully like Master Elmo or something to talk about that. Last time they did a burn from Bitmart, it was on Twitter. Yeah, so they did announce that they did a burn. I just don't know. Um, are they announcing those weekly? Have you seen multiple burns from them? I do have a message which I probably need to check. Um, but have you seen multiple burns from them? Twitter. So they have 367. So I feel like I've mentioned to them that I feel like we should be seeing about 4 million coins that are burned or close to it every day, right, on a daily. And then when we get to a point where like some of them only pay out weekly, so we should be able to see some of those coins. Like say if something has, I don't know, 200 or $100,000 worth of volume, half of that will go towards the burn or whatever, but then it'll be held for 7 days, and within 7 days you'll see 100 or 1 million, 2 million, or 3 million that's burning. That's what I thought it was, but it's really not lining up for me. So again, I just need clarity. I feel like they're doing things the right way. I just need to understand, but I try and break it down very simply. So if it's not, if I can't break it down in a simple way to somebody, I'm going to keep asking until I can. Elmo, less supply. It's not about the price right now. It's about the price potential, right? The price potential grows a hell of a lot more when you see a $10 million market cap. You can see Elmo at a level of a higher price point with less supply. Now, um, it has decreased because they did do an airdrop of about, what was it, 1,000 Elmo wallets. They sent out coins to them. So you're sending out free Elmo to people, free Elmo airdrops to people. That's 1,000 new holders without actually buying anything. They're just receiving the Elmo. It paused every 2 to 3 seconds. My mic paused every 2 to 3 seconds. Oh, I apologize for that. I have to get a new mic anyways. I want to get more mics because I want to do like a little podcast um with my brothers and just sit on this couch back here, get some mics and just talk. I don't know how we would do it. I guess we would probably clamp them to the back of the the couch and just have a chat. It's choppy. Mic check, bro. It looks like it's not choppy at all. From what I see in the audio, it's showing everything is fine. Call it the Brothers Perry. I don't know what we're calling it. I had a podcast called The Perry Experience with me and my wife and with me and Erica, and it was fun. She just didn't like to do it. Um, so eventually, we'll do a podcast and be able to chat it up and all that. I like Bleaves, but he promotes coins for money. So yeah, I don't like doing that. I like doing reviews for money in a way because I review coins anyways. So if I'm gonna review them, I will one give you an honest opinion on whether it is good or bad. I will talk about the things that are negative, talk about the things that are positive, talk about if I would invest in the position, if you can find any type of gains within it, and that's what it should be, right? It shouldn't be, hey, go out and buy this coin because it's the next biggest thing in the world when you're being, paid for it. It should be a review for you to give your opinions on what you think about it. Now, if you truly think that for yourself, saying, hey, I'm going to buy more of this position because I believe in it, then that's, your own decision to do that. Why? I hope that fly just dies and it doesn't. Guys, we have 9 people on TikTok. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys for being here. What's the thing on your left? It triggers my autism, but I like it. It's they're called swinging sticks. It's supposed to calm you down and everything. You look at it, you stare at it, and you actually listen a lot better. As I look at it, on my camera, I can just talk about things with no interruption and have a clear mind to speak and say whatever I really need to say. It's like I don't know, it just triggers something different in my brain, um, to where I feel like I'm sort of meditating. How many XRP are in circulation right now? I believe it's 52 million or 52 billion. Sorry, 52.2 billion. So 52% that's out there. Overall, you could be seeing a fully diluted market cap of 47 billion with the max supply that's out there. Thank you for following Mark Marku. Oh, that's a lot. I know it is a lot. To see XRP at levels of $100 or such, right? Seeing it at $1, you're looking at again 52 billion. Um, yeah, seeing at $1, you're looking at about 52 billion at the circulating supply. So then if you're seeing it at $10, you're looking at 520 billion. You see it at $100, it's 5.2 trillion. So obviously getting to some of these prices, you have to start to ignore market cap and start to understand what a global currency, a currency used in all nations, um, digitally would be worth, and it would be worth multiple trillions, honestly. Uh, let's talk top 5 cryptocurrencies, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. I know LUNC, Jasmy, and Shib are by far the most invested. Maybe Doge and XRP, probably HBAR. So you're looking at it. There's based on popularity. There's based on functionality. Um, and that's the way that I'll kind of look at it. And then there's also just based on, I guess, uh, being nostalgic, right? Um, and that's what I would classify, Bitcoin there. If we remove Bitcoin and Ethereum, I feel like Ethereum is definitely one of those bigger plays when it comes to utility. But I probably would put XRP maybe above that point because of what XRP is pushing to do, at least by every investor's standpoint. So let's put XRP kind of at the top of that list there. Then you have ADA. I feel like ADA is a big player in the game, especially kind of changing the game when it comes to, proof of stake. I feel like that's a great play as well. BNB, where it is as the top like exchange coin, I think will have a fight or some sort of battle between that and maybe a CRO. But I don't know how big CRO will actually get and if it will compete with BNB and if we'll see that full competition there because crypto.com is worth a lot, but how much will CRO end up taking on and how much will it battle BNB that's there? And then you start to look into some of the other plays, which will be, Dogecoin for a form of popularity, but I would kind of pull that off. And I would say that you can look at, for me, I would probably pull Polygon up there. I would probably pull Matic up there. I feel like that has a lot more value than something that I see in a Solana. But then I would put Solana at like number 5 that's there if we were excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, honestly. And even if we were including Ethereum, I still see, you know, XRP, just based on what I've heard and what I've seen analysts and you know, experts talk about, is, you know, about XRP's potential value. And the potential just means so much more. It doesn't mean that it will be that, but the potential is big. So will the price come down to 30 cents for XRP? I don't think it will come down to 30 cents. I think that's too low. And it's currently at 47 cents. I think if it is going to come down lower, you'll probably see it push down to 45. Unless we see a bearish market, a major bearish market, then you could see XRP push a lot lower. But I still don't think it's pushing below 30 cents. If LUNC just stuck to its plan of the 1.2% on and off, we would be past a penny and stuck to their guns like Elmo ERC, we would be past a penny. Absolutely. I guaranteed from the beginning, I said, look, if we're going to stick to this 1.2%, when we can get this implemented on all exchanges and fight for it, you know, not just push and be negative, but also be positive and show them what their gains are and say that we're together as a community. This is where we need to be in order to recover the chain. They would help us out and get us to that point in order to test everything. And then if we test it, we would get everything situated, and hopefully it would continue to run, and you would see more and more that's burning off. And then you would be able to recover USTC by minting on the LUNC side, but still having the burn associated with it. So now having the funds over here for USTC. And when you're holding those funds, just to be able to repeg it, you have the ability to fully repeg it at a level of, let's say, 10 or 12 billion dollars. You have 10 or 12 billion dollars that you can sit over there, fully repeg it. You haven't repegged it yet. Knowing that you have the ability to repeg it brings a lot of attention to USTC, meaning that they're going to invest into this and buy into this, probably meaning that you do not need to put the full $10 billion in there, because people will buy it up based off of hype. So now you have USTC repegged to $1 with $5 billion worth of a reserve, or, you know, $4 billion or $3 billion worth of a reserve to keep it up in that level, and then still being able to have Terra Luna Classic as a backup or as the first option, while having that 5 or 3 or whatever billion reserve that's over there. It could have been an easier process, but honestly, we made it complicated to where we decided to push towards utility. We decided to push towards just trying to get more volume on chain, when we know that's not where the volume is. And we've always known that's not where the volume is. And it's not going to be there for a long time. So we could have been there. We could have been to the promised land right now, and everything in crypto would have been running just based off of the amount of push we would have had with Terra Luna Classic. Even with all the transactions that happen, all of the negativity, all of the collapsed banks and everything, you still would have seen Terra Luna Classic thrive from where it was to where it is, right? So yeah, I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you, and I said it from the beginning, but people don't want to be like, oh, you know what? You were right. You were right, Matt. I know I was right. I know about popularity, and I know what we needed to do, but no one wants to freaking listen to me. So whatever. I just read that Revolt is delisting Solana, Matic, Cardano, since they've gotten named by the SEC security. Of course they are. Why are they not releasing the rest of the 100 billion supply? I'm not quite sure exactly what all that entails. I'll have to go into that and see what's in that 100 billion supply. But I'm sure there's definitely a valid reason as to it and why it may be locked. 1.2 would not have burned so much, but also built the community, would have not only burned so much, but also built the community pool up to a comfortable pay for the proposals that passed. Yes, but I understand we kind of destroyed that, as we put in too many proposals to utilize different forms of money to pay developers to do something extra. We didn't need that, right? We did need the fact that staking would be turned back on. We did need the fact that we have these upgrades within the systems. You obviously need those things, so you need to be able to pay people for those things that are happening. But with the 1.2%, we could have worked that into it somehow, some way, once we got it launched on all of these exchanges. And I think it could have happened. We missed an opportunity, and we have to live with it. I think we'll still see success within Terra Luna Classic, but will it have the success that we all wanted to see? No, unless somebody comes and finds a way to, I don't know, donate billions of dollars, or put billions of dollars towards it so that you can recover, or at least have a path to recovery. Um, Big CZ, probably CZ has a ability to do that. I just joined. Is this not about XRP? Yeah, we've talked about XRP multiple times. I mean, we've been on for an hour and 20 minutes. We can't just all talk about XRP. We literally just finished talking about XRP again. So yes, it is about XRP. But people have been asking me other things, so we talk about stuff as other things as well. Five 5K likes. Thank you for hitting that like button or double tapping the screen. What about Compound? And so Compound, I invested into a while back. I believe in Compound. I just had to pull out of it because I only had a certain amount. I had a lower amount of Compound, but I do see potential in Comp. I've made money with Comp, and I would have liked to have made more money with Comp, but this bull market is taking forever, and with YouTube's revenue going down, it's not really looking as solid for me to have everything as a keeper investment, even though those things do have a ton of potential to run. Things like even OMG network has a ton of potential to run. Things like Farmcoin or Krillcoin have so much potential to run, and I can't wait for them to do so. But I need them to do so like now. Like I would love them to do so like now. Unless, revenue picks up for YouTube, which it could if I just take some more time to continue to stream, continue to make videos, and also upload on my other channels. My bad, I missed it. Cool. No, there's a lot. We'll probably mention XRP a little bit more. What coins do you like moving into the next bull run in AI? So I've talked about AI quite a bit too, and said that AI, I look at like the metaverse, right? Where you'll have a lot of coins that are claiming that they are AI coins, and probably big ones that are AI projects, but how they implement them, they may not all have a way to implement AI within the project itself. Same thing with the metaverse, to where you'll have a bunch of people that claim they're going to create a metaverse. They'll introduce some sort of live render of what the metaverse will look like, even though they just paid somebody to produce some sort of image, rather than what the actual metaverse will look like. Anybody can pay for those type of things to show you an example of something. Um, but a lot of them won't really exist, and won't have a reason to exist, and won't see a lot of people investing into that project, the metaverse. I would say for AI would be the same way. Do I have any AI coins that I'm investing into now, or that I'm thinking into now? No. I mean, the only one that I thought of making a move into, which was way before AI was even not thought of, but AI was that hyped up, was Fetch.ai. That was pretty much it. Um, So I'm going to deny that because I'm on 4 different streaming platforms. So can't really have any type of conversations. Um, which do you think will have a bigger run this bull market? XDC or XLM? Well, I recognize XLM. I don't know what XDC is. Um, um, I wish we could do like a comparison. I think we can do a compare with um, XLM seller. So, what do I think will have a bigger impact? Obviously, you see them both running in the same fashion. Um, uh, it's still not giving me any type of real information because I know the prices, but the market caps are where it really like matters, right? Um, over here, let's duplicate this. XLM. Um, will have a bigger impact within the bull market. Let's look at history. What's the history of market cap? History of market cap, the highest market cap that we've seen um, these two, let's say over history, we've seen this at, a 33 million dollar market cap, or sorry, it would be a $15 billion market cap. Um, that's pretty insane. So I would probably say XLM, even though you are seeing XLM already at a $3 billion market cap. Um, I would probably say XLM just because I'm sort of familiar with it. But if I was to look at, let's say, the total supply, it looks like the same 50% dilution. Um, I would have to look into these probably a little bit more in depth in order to give you full understanding because honestly, it looks like probably will depend on um, it probably will depend on what the use is for it and how people will end up using it. Will they use it a lot more in something like an XLM or XDC? So I honestly can't say right now. Just looking at the prices and looking at the market caps, it's giving me sort of like they would be similar type of vibes. So I just need a breakdown a little bit more as to what's going to be more popular then. That makes sense. Do you think we still have an off ramp by 2025? Do you think we still have an ability to off ramp our coins like in the US or off ramp in general? I think an off ramp in general, yes, will be a thing, but um, will we be able to like trade on exchanges and stuff for a lot of our positions? Maybe not. And hopefully something like a MetaMask creates some sort of an off ramp on there. But doesn't look like we would have any other option besides exchanges. That's a good question, though. I think exchanges aren't going anywhere, but it's all depending on if we're going to have the ability to trade other cryptocurrencies besides Bitcoin. So I think we still have an off ramp. Um, but yeah, I think we still have an off ramp either way because I feel like this is just going to blow over. All of these cryptocurrencies that are labeled or probably that they're trying to label as securities will not be labeled as securities. And we will be able to off ramp our positions. Bitcoin Cash could be good for some sort of short term profit, but don't forget that there's only one Bitcoin. Of course, you won't let us forget that. Just be careful though. Bitcoin Cash has already had a ton of buy volume come in, so there might be a bunch of profit taking coming soon. Very, very true, and that's a good point. Anytime you see a position that has grown quite a bit, you want to make sure you're very cautious with it and that you don't invest the whole boat into that one position. Right now, we're seeing the crypto market that's down to a $1.18 trillion market cap. So things are decreasing a little bit, seeing Bitcoin below the 31,000 mark. Ethereum right at the level of 1900, down about 2.8%, still up about 2.3% in the last 7 days, but definitely down in the last 24 hours, as well as BNB that's down in the last 24 hours, and a lot of other things that are decreasing, like Cardano and Solana and Litecoin. How's the baiting? I have no idea what you're talking about. Pepe. What about Pepe? We got 80 people here, guys. If you could hit the like button, I would greatly appreciate it. We are approaching the 1 hour and 30-minute mark. What's up, man? Nothing much. Is it Jonas Gaming or G-Man? Something? Yeah, how much LUNC do you hold? I have about 54 million, almost 55 million, I would say. How's it doing today? What, Pepe? How is Pepe doing? Check it. Pepe. Currently down 6.6% after seeing a little bit of an increase yesterday. Again, down 6.6%. Volume down by about 41% at 151 million. So it's not looking the best right now, but it's also not looking the worst. Like we've seen this hover in between the 600 to 700 million for a while. And I always just hate when people buy into a position, see it when they're seeing it up 10% or whatever, and then they don't understand that there may be a retracement the next day. But yeah, it doesn't look bad right now. Again, it's just a meme position, and it will run with the rest of the market, and we're not seeing the rest of the market run anywhere. It's falling everywhere. Have you taken a look at Pepe 2 yet? No, I have not. I've seen multiple options for Pepe 2, but I don't know which one is which, honestly. I only looked at it like twice, or I only looked for it twice. But guys, I'm going to get out of here. We're at about an hour and 30 minutes. I have to go check on this child that's upstairs. She ate her breakfast, but, I want to see if she's okay and be able to talk to her and stuff. So if you guys are interested in following any of my other channels, feel free to follow my other channels. Make sure you guys check out some of the links that are down below. I have my kick down below. This was a great stream. Thank you for the super chats, and thank you for the moderators and the subscribers and members and everybody that's here. I appreciate you so much, as well as all the people that are on Twitch or that are on Kick. You know what? I think I'm gonna be live a little bit longer for. I'm gonna stop being live on YouTube. I'm going to stop being live on YouTube, and I'm going to go live and stay live on Kick for a little bit, and then I'll go check on this child. And I think she's just watching TV, honestly. But yeah, I'm going to be live on Kick for a little bit. So if you want to join me on Kick, get me to 100 followers. I would love that. Absolutely love watching, or would love that. Yeah, definitely help me get to 100 followers on Kick. The link is not only in the chat, I think the top of the chat, pinned to the top of the chat, but might be in the description as well. And if you're looking for me, if you just want to look up the name on Kick, Matthew_Perry. So YouTube, I will catch you in the next one. Thank you for watching, and thank you for everything. And yeah, see ya.